Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a great day. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the dangers of giving your kids rewards that are unearned or over the top. Now, there's really two main concepts that are important to understand about this. The first one is habituation, and habituation is just the idea that nothing is really ever as good as the first time. And the reason that this system exists within us is so that we can find new experiences rewarding. The other thing to understand is expectations. The expectations that we have about something play a big role in terms of the high or pleasure that we feel when we do a certain activity. So the first problem with giving your kids over-the-top or unearned rewards is that it leads to greater habituation. So as an example, your kids will not be able to appreciate the more natural or simple or basic pleasures that happen in life. Let's say on a nice fall day, watching the leaves fall from the tree. Some people appreciate that. A lot of people, because they've received something that was unearned a lot of the time. They had so many over-the-top, unnatural in some sense rewards that those simple things don't give them pleasure anymore. Now, the other concept that's really important to understand is the expectations that we have about a certain activity or event. Our expectations about an activity or event have a lot to do with the pleasure that we receive from that event or activity. So if you haven't given your child unearned or over-the-top rewards, generally those types of children go into some activity, go into some event with fairly low expectations or realistic expectations. So what ends up happening is they get a higher dopaminergic activation. So they get more dopamine in their system and they feel more pleasure when they do that certain activity. On the other hand, if a child has been given over-the-top rewards, what happens is that they go into activities with an unrealistic expectations, very high expectations, and then the activity really never lives up to what they thought it was going to be. So they don't get pleasure from those activities. And just to end off this video, this is the reason why wealth doesn't necessarily lead to happiness, because wealth allows us to consume and consume and consume. We can get anything that we want, but the problem is with that is that the more we consume, the hungrier that we get, and all the simple stuff doesn't make us happy anymore. So it's really important when developing your children, when teaching them, it's important to understand that giving them things that they didn't earn is really not going to help them in the long term.